Hello and welcome back to 304 PP Hits.
They just
we do not know how long ago we was disconnected. So I'm going to look here. Yeah, 32 minutes. Let's see how long it was. So it's 3 minutes and 52 seconds.
So 4 minutes of us talking.
Well, we'll just give a little summary of what the fuck we were talking about.
We were talking about a circle and a cycle.
So we're gonna play a song for you, and then we'll recap.
Oh well, I wanted to lighten the mood a little bit.
Okay, cool.
First,
yeah. So if you didn't catch what we were talking about, we were talking about the sixth mass extinction, the gonorrhea increase, and measles increase, and forced vaccination or non-anti-vaccination groups. We were talking about the birth rate for Texas in the recent years because of the defunding of Planned Parenthood and what actually Planned Parenthood was. So we'll get to that right in just a second. So what's our light mood to begin?
Just one moment.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Bye.
Oh my gosh.
It's all hurt.
Sounds like a dying pig. Or some monkeys. I don't know.
Babies. Is that like babies?
Dying
Remember
babies.
Ninja Turtles 2 or the freaking 2 thing, and there's like, they're babies.
Get in my belly.
Razor and something their name was.
That was contrary to what you may be thinking, and ourselves included, because we just heard it and didn't know what we were hearing. Some footage of foxes fighting, and they can scream.
Yeah, they were screaming. What does the fox say? That was cool. And then there's a third fox covering its head.
Like, oh, just shut up, please. Stop it, guys. You sound awful.
Goodness gracious. All right. So, Pence. Who is Pence in our government again?
Vice.
He's a
Vice president.
Yes, of course. I forgot. Sorry, let me step out of my universe. All right.
Yeah,
Pence.
he defunded our healthcare clinics across across Indiana. He shut down Scott County Planned Parenthood clinic, which meant that there was nowhere for the residents to go. And
what did that cause?
That caused overall, it causes more increase in STD rates, pregnancy-related deaths, and numerous different things.
For men and women.
Yeah, for both sides. Now, that was in 2011. While he was just a congressman, he shut this down in Indiana. God. Now that there's the defunding of Planned Parenthood and healthcare clinics across Texas led to a 27% increase within over a 14-year span. It went from 18.8% live births in the year 2000 to 23.8% in the year 2014. And then in Texas as well, there were also an HIV outbreak in 2015.
AIDS.
AIDS. Yeah, we went into how the defunding of Planned Parenthood led or leads to us having less access to free contraceptives, examinations,
Right.
sexual health care overall.
Yeah, because you can get free condoms, you can get pap smears, treatments, antibiotics,
yeah.
Birth control. And it was all pretty much free to the low income to, once again, control population. But in this event, I guess it's depopulation because they're letting you die, then they're going to cut the health care. And we were talking about how they can grow organs and ears for veterans. They grew a lady an esophagus. They've been growing not just organs in animals, but organs in petri dishes. And so you begin to wonder, what the point are you even going after healthcare for on a smaller level or scale, because it's not really going to matter, and that also explains why they're defunding everything, because pretty soon they're not going to treat diseases and things like that with pills. They're going to treat them with cells. And that led us, we were talking about the TED Talk videos, and you can find those on YouTube, TED Talk, and you could just type in bone growing bones, new kind of humanism or transhumanism.
Well, I'm worried about the future of transhumanism if they're defunding Planned Parenthood. No more baby stem cells.
Well, I think they can make their own now. They started making it 3D printing it. They can scrape off, dude, when they said they can scrape off, remember they made jokes about it and make a clone of yourself? What they were doing, they can scrape it off and make bones.
Do you think that that'll make it easier ethically, being able to just grow the babies
off of dead cells? Yeah, they don't need...
murder them before they become whole?
Yeah, I think that's why they're shutting them down, too, is because it's no longer needed. We learn, once we don't need something, we get rid of it. Terminate it. You know what I mean? Shut it down, leave them hanging.
Trying to force us to grow our babies in these machines, you think? Or
because they want...
babies are only if you have enough money.
There's a different types of theory. Yeah, because they ultimately feel like they're running out of resources. They feel that way, not us. And it's trickling down onto us.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the religion and shit.
Yeah. Forcing us to...
And greed, and they don't want to take care of us anymore.
Move forward.
So if we all die out from our own diseases, like Sodom and Gomorrah or something, metaphorically, then...
Oh, I think super gonorrhea came after that, too.
Yeah, super gonorrhea.
How many people would you think has well, first of all, gonorrhea. Let's not even get into super gonorrhea, which is an antibiotic-resistant, fucking mutated version of gonorrhea. Gonorrhea. Regular gonorrhea.
Don't you think it's funny they start knocking everything down and defunding, and then this super strain of gonorrhea just pops up?
Oh my goodness. It's already been present. I heard about it years ago, but it wasn't as present as it is now. How many people a year?
I say about 40 to 50 is what I had guessed.
And it is actually 78 million
people out of our 6 billion population.
Each year. Every year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, I guess they did move out of population control and more into depop.
I would also like to add that the super gonorrhea is being found in high-income areas. Now, like I said before, we don't know how much...
High-income areas.
We don't know how much of this recorded, so we're kind of trying to go back over...
We only had 3 minutes and 42 seconds.
So high-income areas, because they're the ones with the most frequent testing. It's not saying it's not present everywhere else. It's just lower-income areas don't have access to the health care.
Imagine how many wives have to deal with that.
Oh my God.
Because the prostitute, that's what I joked about, which you guys didn't catch. That's right before we realized that we were kicked off the air.
Yeah.
The rich people buy the prostitutes and all these whores and strippers or whatever you want to call them. and spread the disease, and they can go and get treatment right away. So it's documented in the CDC, in the health, clinic. So, because they take your name and shit, and document it. And then the poor people can't go and get that because you shut down a fucking clinic.
Yeah.
So they can regrow a penis, is what I joked about.
And I joked about it being a circle,
Yeah,
a cycle.
It is like a
A
rat
vicious
cage.
cycle.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
So, and they don't really care. So it makes sense why they don't care about the health plan, the certain people who are in there right now. And that is because it doesn't apply to them. Because they can pay for whatever they want. And that's what it's coming down to, is if you got the money to play.
Yeah.
And that's the Marxism, right? The have and the has-nots. So you can't say that it's an injustice that's new.
Yeah, that's true. It's sad.
Yeah. And then we have the Great Barrier that was
Dying.
bleaching.
Yeah.
Bleached out.
It's dying. It's already been declared dead.
25 million years old.
Yeah. That's horrible. That is just a sad day. One of our 8 wonders just died.
Yeah. And then that talked about how we were talking about how they could grow all these organs and tissue. Engineering is what it is. Biometrics, tissue engineering, cell engineering. How the GMO organisms or trees and stuff are sterile. And they become silent forests. Or if they would reintroduce, why couldn't they reintroduce some of these species to the environment of the barrier reef and bring it back? However, the environment is dead altogether. That's what killed it.
Yeah.
And how the ocean contains 99.9% of plastic and shit.
The barrier reef has its own ecosystem that is just gonna fucking die.
Miles long. I think there was like thousands of species of fish. And
thousands of miles long.
mollusks.
And thousands of species of fish.
Yeah, and like
And
mollusks.
creatures.
And, yeah, coral. Where
Just-
most people went to scuba dive, and that's around Australia. That's crazy. It's
Yeah.
sad.
It is sad.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the largest living.
One of our
oldest.
wonders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy, crazy. So the whole transhumanism, because it all ties together, like you were saying, because we were talking about vaccinations
Yeah.
and the measles outbreak.
Yeah.
You have to talk about it again.
Oh,
I know, we're
that
so
far
like
back?
we were only recorded for 3 minutes and 42 seconds.
Oh, we're doing it all again.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, so the measles outbreak in Europe. I thought that it was only 4 minutes back,
No.
but we only recorded 4 for.
We better get the
Jesus.
herbal garden going.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, the measles outbreak in Europe over the past year. 35 dead in just the past year. 3,300 cases of measles in Italy alone since 2016. The latest was a boy, 6 years old, in Italy. Italy, Germany, and Portugal had a few deaths, but 31 out of those 35 deaths were in Romania. Yeah. Now, Europe is looking to tighten vaccination laws. Italy has already announced that vaccination is mandatory in school children now. And now, originally, there was between 2000 and 2015 a 79% drop in measles deaths worldwide as a result of vaccinations. And then in 2015 alone, 134,200 deaths worldwide from measles. Deaths worldwide.
What?
From measles.
Yeah.
Always button in our...
And we were talking about the anti-vaccination groups and the link
Or not dead. Cases.
And the forced vaccination being the issue. and how they gave us the whipping cough.